Maybe you click this video and already in the season you find yourself 45 wins away from getting back to Copper 3. Maybe it's bronze you're after, silver. Maybe you have never hit gold before, the elusive Plat 3, or the one and only diamond. The fact is, everyone is in a different place and has different strengths and different weaknesses. But today I want to talk to you about something I think is a weak spot for most players of any rank, from PC to console. Now, before I tell you what it is, I know that my title says the reason, as in here is the singular reason why you specifically can't rank up. Well, I don't know the reason or the reasons for you specifically, because everybody's at a different spot and has different things that they need to improve on. But I feel confident that this reason is something that most people really will be able to grab a hold of. There are a lot of really important aspects of getting better, like learning about your sensitivity and how to get better with aim, how to properly attack and defend, and the strategies that you could use for that, for solo queuing and for 5 stacking and all those different types of things. But the thing that I'm gonna talk about goes along a different vein. And I do intend on probably making videos in the future that deal with some of those previous things that I just mentioned, even though there are quite a bit of pretty good videos out there that deal with this topic. I don't feel like there's very many videos that deals with this topic. And I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer because I want to talk about this for a little bit. What I want to talk to you about is your attitude. And before you go, oh man, dude, what I really wanted to know
is how do I flick like Bolo flicks? I just want to be able to aim like him.
bear with me for just one moment, because I think you're really going to benefit from this. Because there's a lot of different ways that your attitude affects the way that you play. And the thing is that not only does your attitude affect the way that you play, but your attitude can affect the way that your teammates play. And no matter how crazy of a fragger you are, no matter how insane your aim or your game sense is, you could be Bolo 2.0, you cannot win without your teammates. And you'd probably never be Bolo 2.0 with a bad attitude anyway. We're going to talk about the 3 ways that positivity and negativity affect your performance when playing Siege. Positivity and negativity, number 1, affects your focus. Countless studies have been done on the real and legitimate effects that negativity versus positivity have on someone's performance and on their actual health and well-being. Let's think about the negative emotion. Fear. Fear may be that you're not going to live up to your expectations, that you're not going to live up to others' expectations, or that they're going to berate you for doing poorly. If you play Siege with a negative type of mindset of, oh, I'm going to lose this gun battle anyway, if you play it with a scared mindset, it's going to change the way that you play, and ultimately it's going to change the way that you focus. So studies have been done that show that the way that you focus is different with negative emotions versus positive emotions. So they would take people in control groups and they would have them, one, view a bunch of positive videos, positive imagery, things that evoke positive emotions, and then have another test group that would do the same thing but with negative emotions, negative pictures, negative videos. And then they would have both the groups write down, what does this make you want to do, or how does this make you feel? Or every time that they did any tests like that, it always wound up coming back that the people with the negative emotions couldn't think of as much and that their focus was really narrow, while the people with the positive control group were able to think of a wide variety of different things. And there's been a lot of different studies that have shown the same thing. And I was surprised by this when I started looking into it. It's not really something that I had thought of, but it's pretty true, especially when you think of fear. The way that fear tends to, it makes you focused, but it makes you focused on a singular thing, and it's kind of it's a sort of a frantic focus where it's really hard to grasp onto many things, where a really good Siege player is going to be able to see not just a tunnel vision, but see everything that's going on around him. See, okay, how many players are still on my team, how many players are still on their team, who has died and who hasn't, what callouts were just made to me, what information do I have versus what information do I not have, what utility do I have, what utility do they have, how much time is left, what rotates do I have, what walls are soft versus hard, are they above or below or to the side. And there's so many different things to think about that when you have a frantic, narrowly focused view, you don't get to be the big brain player that you see some of these other players being. So when you are more in a positive state of mind, your focus is broadened so that yes, you are focused, but you're not focused in a frantic, crazy, and single-minded way, but instead your mind is opened to consider all the different possibilities around you and to make the big brain plays, as it were. Secondly, it affects your drive. If you're constantly telling yourself, I can't get any better, I'll never be as good as so-and-so, I can't do this, my aim is garbage, I'm so terrible, man, I suck, we're probably going to lose this game since I'm on the team anyway, then your drive to get better is going to go down. Because if you're constantly telling yourself that you can't get any better, that you've plateaued, that you're garbage, that everyone else is better than you, that you're going to miss your shots anyway, then why would you even put in the effort to try and get better if you're constantly telling yourself, I'm not going to get better, or constantly telling yourself, I'm trash? No matter how good or bad you are, you have to have some faith in your own ability and have faith in yourself. Every single person is beatable, and every single person is able to get better. The only thing that holds you back is you. If you really want to have better aim, you can get better aim. If you want to have better game sense, better game knowledge, you can get better game sensing and better game knowledge. You can develop better strategies. You can be more positive. You can get better mechanics. Those things take time and they take hard work. And if you have a negative attitude, the amount of hard work that you're going to have to put in is going to be doubled, because you're going to be fighting yourself at every turn. Now, this third and last point I think is just as important as the first two, which is positivity and negativity not only can affect your focus, number one, your drive, number two, it affects, number three, your teammates. Like I was saying before, no matter how good you are, you need your teammates. And no matter how bad they are, they have something to offer, like walls and gadgets. I am sure that they make plenty of mistakes, but be the teammate that you want them to be. Give callouts after you die, even if they don't give callouts. Don't ping on the cameras and tell them what you see. Tell them the information that you have. Even if they're not talking on the mics at all, give them what you have. Help them out. In the end, when you help them out, you're helping yourself. Because if you can help them secure a victory, you've secured a victory for yourself. There's so many people that are so negative to other players, and it just doesn't help you win games. If you really care about winning, then you'll put your pride aside, and when they start talking crap, you won't talk crap back to them, because you realize that that negativity is not going to help. If you make fun of somebody for whiffing shots, the next time they go to try and take a shot, the average person is not going to go, oh man, I better make this shot, and then they're just going to nail it. The average person is going to be more nervous because they know, oh, he's probably watching me, and he just made fun of me last time for whiffing shots. And now what happens is just what we talked about earlier. Their focus, it starts going from broad to narrow. They get frantic. They can't think. They start sweating. their hands shake. Everything about them as a player becomes even worse than they probably already were before. If they were a bad player before, now they're like copper 7, they're wood 3, they're plastic 4. And you just helped push them that way by making fun of them or being negative towards them. Even if it wasn't a good try, lie to them. Tell them it was a good try, good round, something. And if you have some constructive criticism you want to give to them, then give it to them. And if they curse you out or talk crap to you or whatever, then it is what it is, and that's their loss. If they don't want to take the good information that you have to give to them, then what can you do other than just try and give them that information? Maybe it will help them. Maybe they'll take it into another game. Maybe you'll play with them another day and they'll bring that information into that game. Maybe they won't, but either way, you'll know that you did everything you possibly could to contributing to you and your teammates winning. There will almost never be a time when you putting others down is going to make them rise up. When they fall down, you have to pick them back up, dust them off, and they start talking negative. I know, you hear it all the time. You hear people say, "Oh man, I'm so garbage." Tell them. Whether you believe it or not, tell them, "No man, you're not garbage. If you say that, then you're gonna play that way. You can do this. We got another round. Let's try again." Be the teammate that you so desperately want your other teammates to be, and maybe, slowly but surely, you'll start seeing it come back to you. And either way, you're going to wind up improving that other player's game and raising your likelihood of being able to secure a win. And in the end, you're just going to feel better about it. And even if you lose that game, you're going to go into the next game still with a more positive attitude. You're going to win more games because of it. And you're going to attract better players to you who are going to help you ascend to those higher levels as well. Because good players attract good players. If you play well and you're a good teammate, you give good information, you help them win, they're going to want you around. Stop saying "I can't" and say "I can," rather than saying "I suck" after you die. Take that opportunity to learn and say "I am going to do better next round." Stop making excuses. Own your failures and pick yourself up. Visualize your victory. Visualize good aim. All of the hours of practice that you've already put in. Focus. Be positive. Be calm. Recognize how you were bested last time and do better this time. Maybe this round you get bested in a different way. Well, then you just had another learning experience. Those learning experiences of failures is what winds up building game sense. A lot of parts of Siege can be taught to you through watching videos and through maybe terrorist hunts and aim trainers and all sorts of different types of stuff. But game sense is taught to you through experience and through failure. But maybe we'll talk about that more next time. This is Covenant. I believe in you. So believe in yourself.